Every Thursday morning, we get our film recommendation with James Luxford, our movie critic from Stratford-upon-Avon. Before we get to this week's films, James, morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's have a chat about the Oscars, shall we, on Sunday night. The number of people watching dropped to an all-time low, with critics calling it drab and sluggish. I mean, that's harsh, isn't it? Did you see any of it? What did you think?
I saw it. It was a bit makeshift, and I think the criticism. I think it's worth remembering the times we're in. The Oscars celebrate cinema, specifically the big screen and event films, and there haven't been any. The cinemas haven't been there, and the biggest films have been moved forward or moved back or moved to streaming when perhaps they aren't quite the event they would have been on a big screen. So I think it's inevitable that there may be less interest. Still a great lineup of winners, but yeah, they've tried to learn from other film awards, and they tried to do an amalgam of certain things, banning Zoom and having different quote unquote live venues. But it just, I suppose it just, there's no replicating the event that is the Oscars. There's no, you can't 80% do the Oscars, and I think that's what disappointed a lot of people.
Who was the big winner of the evening?
I suppose Nomadland was the big winner. Of course, winning Best Film, Best Actress for Frances McDormand, and of course, Best Director for Chloe Zhao, the first woman of color to win the award, and only the second woman in Oscars history to win that particular award. It's a great film, and I think richly deserved.
And the Oscar goes to Chloe Zhao, Nomadland.
I have always found goodness in the people I met everywhere I went in the world. So this is for anyone who has the faith and the courage to hold on to the goodness in themselves.
Oh, what lovely words. So I guess the biggest surprise of the night, given that they left it till the very last award of the night, was for Best Actor.
Yes, it went to 83-year-old Sir Anthony Hopkins for his portrayal as a man suffering from dementia in the film The Father, 29 years after his previous victory for Silence of the Lambs. It was thought the award would go to the late Chadwick Boseman. It was my favourite, certainly, for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and as good as Anthony Hopkins was, I think it was still a bit of a missed opportunity, not only to celebrate that performance from Chadwick Boseman, but to celebrate his career and life. But in fairness, Sir Anthony paid tribute to him in his acceptance speech.
At 83 years of age, I did not expect to get this award. I really didn't. And very grateful to the Academy, and thank you. And I want to pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman, who's taken from us far too early. And again, thank you all very much.
He didn't expect to get it in the papers. It looked as though he'd fallen asleep, James. I don't know if they were rumours, but he certainly wasn't there. Were there any other highlights?
One of my highlights, certainly, and for a lot of people, was the win for Best Supporting Actor. Daniel Kaluuya also picked up that award for his role in the Black Panther biopic Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. An incredible performance. Right, let's get into this week's films then. What have you got first for us?
First up is Without Remorse on Amazon Prime Video from Friday. It's an adaptation of the Tom Clancy novel and stars Michael B. Jordan as a Navy SEAL out for revenge after his wife is killed.
No remorse.
Senior Chief John Kelly is more dangerous and effective than any man we have in the field. The only thing he has more than kills are medals.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like it's going to do what it says on the tin. Does it do what it says on the tin?
It really does. It's good fun. If you've ever seen the Jack Reacher films, or maybe sort of things like The Hunt for Red October, you'll know the tone of all this. It's men in suits speaking in offices in the White House about secret things, and it's full of explosions and SEAL teams running into places and having gunfights. It's as you say, exactly what it says on the tin. action, a lot of action, a lot of explosions. These films always depend a bit on the charisma of the lead, and I think Michael B. Jordan is incredible here. He's always very good in everything he does. I think I really enjoy him in the Creed films, and here it's a big thing. It's not an easy thing to do to be a memorable action lead, but I think he does it here.
And that's on Amazon?
It is on Amazon Prime Video from Friday.
From Friday. Okay, right. Film number 2, what do you have for us as our second choice in our mixed bag today?
It's the animated film The Mitchells versus the Machine on Netflix from Friday. It's an animated comedy about a family on a road trip who must work together when the world's devices stage an uprising.
Brother, we should go.
No, I order you to stop.
Okay. We are just stopping because we chose to.
No, we're not.
We are humans.
We are.
For example, we consume food in the traditional human manner. Observe. Yum, yum, good. Yum, yum, good. See?
It sounds like it's supposed to be funny. Is it funny?
It's very funny. It's hilarious fun. Inventive idea, great animation. I think this will speak to parents who are maybe a little bit driven mad by their children on their devices, or maybe themselves use their devices a little bit too much. Look down at the phone when they're on the TV, or maybe miss the odd sentence their partner's saying because of a tweet or something. And I know I'm guilty of that myself, but it is a really fun comedy, and I think something everyone's going to enjoy.
And that one will be on Netflix, will it, from Friday?
On Netflix from Friday, yes.
Okay, so that's Mitchell's versus. It does sound good. And the final film you've gone for us is a bit of a classic. Had All Saints on the soundtrack.
It did. It's The Beach on Friday, 9 p.m. on the Sony Movies channel on Freeview. Leonardo DiCaprio, I should say. Easy for me to say. Drama where he plays a backpacker who discovers a mysterious beach.
Yeah, oh my goodness, this one is taking me back, this is.
You realize that in the eternity of space, there's probably a planet out there, right? Just like this one, where another you is photographing back down towards us. I mean, essentially, you are photographing yourself in a parallel universe.
I remember reading that book on holiday in sunny sights, and then the actual film. I mean, I'm not going to say any more. You're here to do that. Tell us about the film.
Yes, I only just rediscovered this recently. I watched it when it came out, but then again, that was 21 years ago.
Yeah, don't say that, James.
Which is rather depressing. Very stylish. Danny Boyle, of course, directing, and I think maybe the first sign there was going to be something different from Leonardo DiCaprio after Titanic. We were all waiting to see what he did next, really, and it would lead to a career as varied and celebrated as he has given us. And of course, great soundtrack with the All Saints song, very memorable film, definitely well worth rediscovering.
Friday at 9 on the Sony Movies channel. James, thanks ever so much for your movie reviews for us this morning. Much appreciated. Great to talk to you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, great choices there. All three of those. James's choices for you on our film review this Thursday morning.
The sound